it's over. A simple name and a complex rivalry. For one side, the Big Orange is just not a color they can sit with, and the other side, Crimson, has them seeing red. Easy to assume everyone here has a lighter in hand, and now we get to see who will use it. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Thanks, guys. The Tide head coach told me before the game he believes so strongly in this wide receiver. He has been in the top 5 all season in receiving yards. Nobody can cover this guy. We've seen every type of different defense, bracket, zone. Nobody has been able to stop him this year. Let's see if he's able to have a similar impact on this game today. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. They'll run the RPO. It's a fumble on the play. And that is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. If this were a wider field, like maybe in Canada or something, that might have been a turnover.
And they could have turned it into a rouge, eh? I mean, this was a great chance by the defense here. I just love the fact that they are flying around and trying to dislodge the football from these ball carriers.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Finds his man. It's Bishop. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
I think one of the reasons this offense is so dynamic in the passing game is they've got multiple receivers that can hurt you throwing it. First play of the game, they get a first down throwing it to one receiver. And now in the second play, they get another first down throwing it to a different guy. As a defense, you don't know which guy to double cover. And this is going to be a real cat and mouse game for the rest of this one.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he'll just get rid of that one. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. Midway through the season, now staying in that top 25, staying relevant in the playoff discussion, that's a big deal. But what do they need to do in the second half of the schedule here?
Less attention to the number beside their name, more attention to what's still out there to be played for. There's the college football playoff, there's big bowl games. There's a lot out there still, but you've got to win. That's the key right now in the second half of the season, taking one game at a time and making sure you leave it all out on the field.
No doubt, because you don't know what's going to happen in the top 25 around you. You don't know who's going to lose. We've seen it now. More parity with transfer portal and NIL, more losses and upsets that you're like, that would never happen, and then you're right back in it.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the...
Got a little grass. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tennessee. That's the first score of the day for the nation's leader in receiving touchdowns. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The The give from the gun. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick Saban. This has been such a critical game, not just in the SEC, but all across college football as well, David.
Yeah, in 1901, going back that far, this rivalry, the fans absolutely don't like each other. They don't like anything about each other. Every time the other team's playing, they're cheering against them. This game has always meant a lot.
Defense has to stay out of that neutral zone. It's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keelan Russell. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. To throw, it's Russell. Pocket breaking down. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw it last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Matthews. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick 6. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
Takes the easy one to the back. Could not make his way to the corner.
And, man, you got to love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
And after that last completion, netted a big fat 0. They're looking at 2nd and 10. Send the tight end in motion. They just keep firing. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB, man. You got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball at different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They want on to throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He works his way inside the 30. They'll mark him down at the 29. It brings up 4th down, and let's see what they do. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And that's just not the start they envisioned for this football game. First possession, you got a punt. Second possession now, 4th and short. I'm interested, do they push the gas pedal and be aggressive because it has been a slow start and they haven't gotten things going, and do they try to force it here?
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Looking for a crease, it's Bishop. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Right down the middle. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Throwing Russell. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get in the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Russell. Unloads it left. Picked off. What a play to set him up. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. They'll give it on the counter. Breaks the tackle. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Not exactly what they had in mind. They'll try to fix it on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. All by himself. Touchdown Volunteers. He got a step and just dusted the field. The AT unit on the field.
This offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their 2nd passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Rodgers. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Tide ready to roll on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Russell rushes on him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And we've already seen him make splash plays in this football game. He got the interception, the big pick earlier, now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, and doing the most important thing. When you get there, get home, and get him on the ground. He's got a pick, and now he's got a sack.
Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down.
Well, you got 3rd in California, not a lot of play calls for that, so they go with the safe run, and a nice job getting a lot of the yardage back. Obviously, you don't get the first down. You either do 2 things. One, you help out the punter here, or if you decide to go for it and you trust your quarterback in your passing game, let's find out what this coach wants to do.
Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Bishop. There he goes. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown ball. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And he makes the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. Keelan Russell. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. Alabama quickly back to the line. They'll move the wide receiver. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Stepping to the right. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. A nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Russell will throw for it on 4th. Makes the grab. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Throwing Russell. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. Dropping back, it's Russell. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. Brings it back out to his own 29-yard line before going out of bounds, and his offense will have the ball there. So here is the Tennessee offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Makes the catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. The Vols can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Running inside, it's Bishop. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
And that's a good 2nd down run. Commit to the running game. Run the football. Great gain. Great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Looking to throw on 1st down. They'll run the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they try to dial up the screen pass on first down, seeing if they can catch the defense rushing upfield. But they stayed home, they had their eyes on the football, and they create a negative play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Tight end now in motion. To the air on second down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. That's a bad drop.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And it's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. And that penalty will back them up some more, half the distance to the goal. Russell looking to the big tight end. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
It's a great job by the defense being aware. Oftentimes when the offense is down by their own end zone, they like to throw the ball deep because they're expecting man-to-man coverage. They took the shot. The defense comes away with the interception, and what a beautiful return now, setting his own offense up in great field position.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Escapes the pressure going right. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tennessee! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Alabama pushing the tempo. They'll go right back to the run. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Offense lining up quickly.
And the defense gives up the first down. And here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Fires downfield. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. He had his man open that time, but just a little too much heat on that pass, and he got it out in front of him.
And it's tough to tell when you need to throw that bullet in there or when you need to lob it in there and put a little bit more air on it. That time you could tell, just need to put a little bit more air underneath that throw.
Russell from the gun on third down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. Not a lot of room to field this one. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he could even get started. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. DB's right up on the receivers. Finds his man. It's a fumble. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression, and they're always trying to get extra hats to the football. You have got to protect this thing at all costs. Lucky that ball rolled out of bounds.
Now on second down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. He's looking downfield to throw. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Volunteers will call on their punt team. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Keelan Russell. Under fire. Slides to the ground after picking up the first great play on second and short. Now the Tide uses its third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The offense changing the play. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Bringing the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He'll try to do it himself. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the number 16 team, the TCU Horned Frogs. And it's the Aggies who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today. The victory gets this team to 4-2. It has not been a perfect start, but they are right in position entering the second half.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Throwing Russell. Here's a heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And as an offense, man, the last place you want to be is 3rd and long. And I think he's just got to put a little bit more mustard on that football. It comes up short. Got to step into it, throw that maybe a little bit harder. But this offense now in a difficult 3rd and long situation.
Quarterback making checks. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
He takes it at the 45. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They'll leave it with him. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The corners are walked up tight. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and you just see how everybody was impressed. When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. Alabama quickly back to the line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. No, he got loose. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. We will get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Russell. Oh, they're after him. On the run, fires downfield. Touchdown Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. Finds a tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Back to pass on second down. That's reeled in. It's Davis. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football and getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Throws to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in. Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Yeah, and the QB never wants to miss inside on an out route, right? You got to throw it to the sidelines. Don't let anybody undercut that, go make a big play. And he did. He put it outside, put it on the money. I think the receiver needs to do a little better job. They got to secure that catch. He was open enough to make that play.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. Stopped just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
From the gun, running back on the move. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Alabama pushing the tempo. Just feeds the running back.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Finding some room. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. From the red zone, it's Hill. Next going for the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the comeback is on.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. Grabbed over the middle, it's Bishop. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Pocket breaking down. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
Here's the give off the left side. There's some room. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Volunteers have this offense rolling. Got a man, it's Staley. Turning it on. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Motion from the wideout. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Floating away. On the move, he fires. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. We're able to get the hit, make sure it falls incomplete.
Enormous play coming right here. 3rd down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. Oh, he's headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Volunteers. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
And in this situation late, when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Oops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. That false start might prove to be really costly as now they come to the line with a 2nd and 6. Quarterback making adjustments. They go to the ground. There's a little room there. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll test the right side. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Alabama quickly back to the line. Keelan Russell. Almost had the pick. Been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll run it from the gun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! Somehow they fought all the way back, and it's a one-possession game. The Tide answers back.
And we've already seen him catch a touchdown, and now they're using his speed in another way. Like, when you have a monster, you give him the football. You feed him. So they give him the football, hand it to him, let him use his speed, get to the outside, make a play, and score a touchdown for this offense.
They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. He'll pull it down and run. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Gets it out fast. Runs through a man. He might have space. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Vols! Once he got some room, it was over. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. Football time in Tennessee is all Big Orange right now as the Vols have built a big lead.
And you can hear the Tennessee fans, and they're yelling Rocky Top at the top of their lungs. Tennessee's got it going. Jesse, later in the game, 2nd half, this is right where they wanted to be.
I just think momentum's a real thing, and they've been able to ride that momentum here in the 2nd half. When plays have presented themselves, they've taken advantage of those opportunities, and that's why Rocky Top is pulling away.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride. So breaks into the open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
Throwing Russell. Pressure coming. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Pulls it in. It's Rodgers. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good...
Touchdown, Bama! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. And the Tide answer.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So here is the Tennessee offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Makes the grab on the big throw. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And that is big time, late in the game, that you can trust your quarterback to still throw the football because you know it's only a few more first downs, and this one's over. Nice to have a guy like that you can trust.
The run inside. It's Bishop. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. To the ground. He's got it again. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. So the defense uses a timeout here. 2:08 remaining on the clock. They didn't want it to get down to the 2-minute stoppage. down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Running the red zone. It's Bishop. Tripped up for the tackle.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Running inside, it's Bishop. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's good! And they'll push that lead out a little further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Russell. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
Back to pass, it's Russell. This time he's got it. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Fires to the wideout. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Tonight it's Tennessee who will celebrate its victory throughout the Volunteer State as they have turned back the tide to lay claim to this rivalry once again. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.